It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, Ben?
That's pretty good. How about you?
That's good. You buy any beds lately?
Nope. Been sleeping on the same one for a couple years now.
Nice.
I like it.
Does
I
it-
like it.
does
I
it
would
vi-
like a king size bed though. I will say that because my dog takes up half the fucking bed every night, and he's such a bully about it too, Max. It's the worst. Like it started off with him just sleeping on like the little tiny corner of the bed, and then it's slowly over the years he's become a bully while we're sleeping, and we don't know what's happening because it's while we're sleeping. And he just bullies his way until when we wake up, my wife and I are curled into balls, and he is full sprawl, spread out over the entire bottom of the bed. And then our backs hurt the rest of the day.
Does the
Pain in the
bed
ass.
vibrate?
It does not. I wish. I wish it vibrated. Yeah.
Vibrating bed sounds kind of weird.
It's like the thing from the cheap motels or whatever. You put
Yeah.
you put a quarter in it or something, it'll vibrate for.
Yeah, see, that sounds more fun. I want like the whole experience. I don't want to press a remote. I want to get to put the quarter in the thing. Go.
Yes.
Oh, hello, bed. Hello. I go.
I wonder how much that mattress cost that they were looking at. Kobe and Emily.
Probably way more than they should have spent.
Probably more than what Emily spent on that ring. I'm gonna guess.
Probably less.
More. Oh, you think so?
I don't know.
How big did she go? She has 10K. Did she spend the full 10K on
She has 10K,
ring?
they said?
I think she said that at some point, didn't she?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I could be misremembering, but
She's
I
a mess.
think that's the number that she
believe
gave
you.
her dad of what she had.
Why didn't Kobe propose in Rock City?
I know he could have showed her the rock at Rock City
in the donut hole.
Yeah. She says, "Give me the rock," and he's like,
he probably wanted to, but it was probably a Friday night and it was probably packed.
You're right.
He probably drove by and he was like, "Shit, we got to go to the steakhouse."
Probably would have been a 3-hour wait just to get a picture of the proposal.
It's probably the only night you can go to the Japanese steakhouse because Rock City is too packed.
It's too packed. Yeah, they got the lights up and there's musicians there, fire jugglers, all that stuff. So
fire jugglers.
It's like a big thing. Rock City. Rock City. Down and down and down.
Well, I thought this was a plot twist in the first scene with Emily and Kobe when they were buying the bed because they were happy.
Sleeping separately?
No. It was a happy scene with Emily and Kobe.
See. Okay.
Another happy scene.
It was nice. It was really nice. They were enjoying mimicking sex on all the mattresses, making the store employees uncomfortable. They were having a blast.
At one point, Kobe said, "She's starting to consider my feelings." That's nice.
Isn't that something?
Isn't that? Can you? I couldn't imagine.
I think Rock City changed them. That's what I think.
Could you imagine being in a relationship where somebody considered your feelings? How nice that would be. That's just
so nice.
What a marvel.
Who'd have thunk?
Huh? Yes. Wow.
It had to have been Rock City.
Yeah, Rock City changes.
Gives you a new. It's like how like astronauts when they come back from space, they're like, you have a whole new perspective on life and the world when you see it as small as it is. That's like what it's like to go to Rock City.
I hope that if Kobe and Emily break up, that it'll be like a Casablanca situation, and they'll say, "We'll always have Rock City." It'll be their Paris.
It'll
be their Paris. The moment. We'll always have.
Are your balls cold?
Your balls will always be cold in that hole.
They'll be telling that story to their grandchildren. Yes. For
sure. So Kobe goes ring shopping with Emily's dad and Emily's sister. I like how Emily's dad is like, "Well, this is fucking stupid because you guys have no money," but Emily is unreasonable and we always have to give in to Emily. So I'll just come along
for support.
I guess
Emotional
I'll help
support.
you.
You have to admit, I will say it did seem like his dad was at least like, or her dad was at least like trying a little bit more this episode to be like, okay, I'm game. Well,
Yeah.
you could tell he's worried as hell about the finances. Like,
Yeah.
and I think a big part of that fear just comes down to I don't want to fucking keep supporting both of them and this
Yeah.
kid. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't have that kind of money. Come on. I can't
Yeah.
even afford a fridge for my beer in the basement.
I
You know?
know.
Come on.
But I thought it was good that like it was nice that they went with Kobe, and I thought it was
Yeah.
good that Kobe was like, I don't know anything, so please help me.
Yeah. Yeah. And the dad was like, cheaper, cheaper,
Sure.
cheaper.
But it was good that the sister was there, so it could be like, what does she like
Yeah.
that I can afford?
Yeah.
So then he spent a quarter of the money that he brought. So that
Do you think the three of them went to the lingerie store after that to Victoria's Secret? And,
yes,
they all picked out some lingerie. Too?
Yes, that she likes. Yeah, everybody took part of it. Yes. So how much money do you think they've spent on rings now, combined with the money that he's spent and that Emily has
His
spent?
was what, 1,200
It
or
was 1152.
1152. I'm gonna guess hers was triple that.
Hers is probably like 20,000. Do you think 40,000? She's worth it.
It was big. It was a bigger arrangement of stones, and it looked. I don't know. Did he ever get the full 1 carat like what she had? I don't know if we ever heard that. So hard to say how much hers was that she bought. But
Americans are crazy, man.
I'm gonna guess about $4,000 total has been spent on rings. That's my guess. Yeah,
a lot.
Which is enough to start a business in Cameroon and change lives, or not? In Cameroon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Poor Kobe under that, like hearing that realization when the guy's like, "This is $7,000," and he's like, Kobe's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm supposed to start a life with this 4K."
I know.
God damn it. That's a tough realization.
Sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, the exchange rate is terrible.
Boo. Bilal and Shina. Shina says that she's recovering from the prenup bombshell.
Yeah.
And that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
So Bilal's like explaining to his sister how he brought up the prenup, and his sister is like, yeah, not a good move. And he's like, well, maybe you can explain it to me. Like, why is it a big deal? And his sister is like, well, like I wish that he had someone to just be like, so you're an idiot and an asshole. Like, why can't someone just like, but I don't
Nobody's
even
telling him how it looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she does say, okay, well, I can see from her perspective how it would look, you bringing up this, and then he's like, and then she also says, and the timing of when you brought it up, she was like, you screwed up pretty bad with that. Like, you should not have done that, like on the Ferris wheel during a romantic date. So she does call that out, but
he knows what he's doing. He's just playing stupid, like,
yeah,
like his sister's just like, why is she upset? And he's like, well, I did this thing by mistake. And it's like, dude, you fucking know what you're doing. Like,
yeah,
I don't believe it for a fucking second.
Yep.
And then this is where she talks to her sisters, and they're like, it seems like he thinks you're after his money, and this is where they encourage him to include things about having children in the prenup.
Yeah. They bring up too that they worry that this is just because, oh, you're from the Caribbean and you just want your green card and all that, and so there's these other sort of fears that you can tell are coming from her and her family about Bilal, about the way Bilal views her.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I see why they feel that way. Yeah. I'm not sure if I get that from Bilal. I feel that he's so self-centered. It's all just about protecting like his shit just for the sake of protecting his shit, and that it's not necessarily about thinking that she's like trying to like take advantage of him because she's from the Caribbean.
It
Like
could
I
be.
don't think it matters who she is. He was going to do this with
Yeah.
whoever it was.
Yeah. From their end, absolutely. I agree. Like, it's like
I get
they've
why they feel that way
they've
though.
heard what, like, imagine from their side of it, the first thing they hear
Yeah,
is he
exactly.
pranked me with this fake house and
Yeah.
he doesn't trust me and he thinks I'm a gold digger. You know, it doesn't look good to her family. It doesn't look good.
I'm so curious about how saying that you want to have kids by 40 works in a prenup though.
Oh, like legally binding? How is that possible? I don't think it
Like
is it?
like how do you prove that like you're having sex?
Yeah.
Like
And
like
like,
like like how many times do you have sex a week?
yeah, and what if they're not, what if they're not able to physically have kids, you know?
Yeah, like I'm not saying that it can't be a thing, but I'm just wondering like how does it work? Like
Yeah.
if it is a thing, like I mean I'm not a lawyer, I don't know how it works. I just want to know how it works.
Yeah, I've never really heard of that being in a
If
prenup
you
before.
know, if you're a lawyer or you know a
Hey, message
lawyer,
us.
hit
Yeah.
us up. Come on. Do us a solid, lawyers out there,
Yeah.
prenuptial lawyers who are fans of Reality Alert.
They're out there. They're out
Yeah,
there.
come on.
Yeah, this is like, this relationship though is on edge. It is very, very rocky. I'd say this one and the Muhammad and Eve are the most probably shaky relationships we see on this show currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have children to like lock it down, like Benny and Ariella, where I'm like, there's a baby, you're gonna stay together.
They're gonna be fine. Yeah, they're gonna be together.
Oh, this Leandro guy, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm with Benny. Look out for that guy. Put him in a chokehold again.
So Ariella meets up with this Leandro guy first, who we find out is her friend and also ex-husband, who she was married for like 10 years.
Yeah,
since
they
he
got
was like
married
19.
at 19 and 20, I think, were their
That's
ages.
weird.
Yeah, that's pretty young. Even
and
weirder that they're best friends. I could see like, oh, he's a friend still. We keep him close. We invite him to things sometimes, but best buddy, my ex-husband, that's kind of weird. That's
I like how Benny
weird.
is like, this is weird. In my culture, talking to your ex-husband is weird. And I'm like, in our culture, it's kind of weird because look, I get it. Like some people can stay friends like with exes, but not when they're like your best friend. That's kind of odd. And also like people can like talk to their exes when there's like children involved, but it's like, why did the marriage end, and then it's like you're in a new relationship and you're keeping your ex-husband around, and Benny is clearly uncomfortable with it, and I know he's bad about confrontation, but like read the room, he clearly doesn't
You're
like
shit
it.
talking
Like,
your husband to Leandro, saying the stuff about him wrestling with a woman and him not telling her, and he's going, no, no, no. Is that really appropriate position for an ex-husband to be doing that?
yeah,
No,
like
it's not.
using him to like gang up on Benny is
Yeah,
just
that's
like
not fair.
so
Like,
not cool.
boundaries, like him going to look at the wedding dresses with her, the fact that their family's suggesting that, like, boundaries, people.
Yeah.
Come on, they can still be friends, but like, you can't just invite him to these like super close family events and be doing all this stuff all the time. That's very uncomfortable.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's very weird.
And they don't think it's weird. They're acting like it's not weird.
Yeah, they're all like gaslighting Benny, like into being like, "Oh, Benny, are you a little jealous?"
He's a member of the fam.
Yeah, it's the mom loves him too, which is also another like weird thing. She was like, "We're so excited for this Ethiopian New Year," and then she goes, "Because Leandro is here."
Yes.
It's like, oh, so this is all for Leandro, huh? Ethiopian New Year is for Leandro, huh? Come on.
I love when Benny choked him out. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was great. I hope he chokes him out again.
This guy gives me the creeps.
I know. I don't like him. I think he's still got the hots for Ariel.
Oh, definitely.
He definitely does. Don't like him. Don't like him one bit. And then she just invites him to the party too, without even asking Benny first. Shouldn't they be communicating a little bit on these decisions?
She's mad at Benny for not being around enough. So she's like, okay, you're not going to be around enough. Well, then I'm going to make sure that my ex-husband is around all the time.
You think she is being a little manipulative like that?
She's getting back at him for not. She's talking about she's upset that he's never around anymore. So she's like, okay, then I'll just hang out with my ex-husband all the time. And I'll also have him around all the time because you're not paying enough attention to me.
I think you might be right. Yep. That's dangerous. That's dangerous if you ask me. Ooh, not good. If this family loves this guy so much, then maybe
why don't you marry him?
Maybe why don't you marry him? You know?
Again.
Why are you marrying Benny? You know? Jesus Christ.
Well, because they have a kid. That's why they got back together.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about
that's the whole reason they're doing this.
I forgot about baby
just because they have a kid.
Or no, it's not Coben. It's what's the kid's name?
Avi.
Avi. That's right. Avi.
Patrick and Thais. Patrick's trying to think of ways for him and Thais to have fun. So they do the only fun thing you can do. They go to Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Let's go.
And let's hope for Thais' sake what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas and doesn't continue back home to Houston.
Apparently Patrick grew up there and lived there for 14 years. So they arrive there and Thais she loves all the sights. She's freaking out about all the lights and all this stuff, but really
she says it's better than Monaco, right? Or Monte Carlo.
Something like that.
Yeah, Monte Carlo.
But she's just really happy that John's not there. She's just thrilled that she's just there that she's happy. Sans John.
Yeah, she was sick of hearing about the Celtics.
Yeah,
she can't stand it anymore. Yeah, I love how she views Vegas as like this great paradise. She just like
with artists.
Yeah, she just loves it. It's like I get it. A lot of people love Vegas, but like to view it as like this ultimate like paradise type place is a little silly to me. I don't know.
The Eiffel Tower is there.
Yeah, and the Statue of Liberty.
Pyramids.
There's castles there. Medieval castles.
Oh my god. Elvis is there. A lot of Elvises. Patrick. So they go to see. They're like gonna go see Patrick's brother, and he's like,
Matthew.
Matthew, and Patrick's like, if my brother doesn't like Thais, then I need to take that into consideration. You know, because if he sees something that I don't, you know. Maybe I should just get rid of Thais. It's like
forget John's opinion. Matthews is the one that matters.
Matthews. Yeah. This is how it goes.
We know John hates her. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. The guy's drinking at 9 a.m. Whatever. You know.
I love how Thais is just like I didn't mean to, but it just slips out how her father doesn't know that they're
maybe drank
married.
one too many beers at the brewery. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just
slips out really easily.
Whoops.
Oops, really awkward. Did you have to let it slip out like with his brother? It's so awkward.
Not good. Not
good. Cool.
So awkward. Patrick looked furious. He looked so mad and he couldn't say anything because he didn't want to fight in front of his brother.
Well, it's such an awkward...
It makes you wonder, did she, you know, was that a little calculated of I'm gonna slip this out here so that he can't get mad at me because it'll be in front of these people.
I think it was calculated.
Yeah, but it still doesn't either way, it doesn't look good. Like it doesn't look good that Patrick didn't know in front of the brother. Like you're making a first impression on the brother.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like it doesn't make the relationship look good.
No. Yeah. Ugh.
It's a messed up situation.
It is a messed up situation. That's all there is to say about that.
Yeah. Talk about another messed up situation. How about even Muhammad going to the gym to talk about babies?
Yeah, that's where you do it, right? That's where you make
Well,
big family plans going forward is at the
okay.
gym.
You know how I say that everybody gets married
Yeah.
on the show?
I
Well, I
don't think
noticed something. They have 73 days left to wed.
Yikes.
They're only 17 days left into this, and we're in episode 11. I don't know if they're making it to the chapel.
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
It doesn't look good for them. It really does not.
They go to the gym to get rid of stress, and they're like, be sexy, like make things good. Why does Eve bring up having a child? What? Like, look, obviously Muhammad is a huge asshole and says some awful things during this discussion, right?
Yeah.
But
yes,
you're trying to have like a good time together and relieve stress, right? And they've been having a terrible time lately. Why would you bring up having a child?
I have a theory. Well, and at the gym, yeah, it's weird. Let's just get that out of the way first off.
Yes.
It's the whole situation. It's weird that it was brought up. I think based on the next time on for next week's episode, we saw that she's basically saying like, "Oh, I don't want to do the papers just yet. We're gonna wait another month to do the papers for doing the wedding and the green card and all that." I think she is starting to ask all the big heavy hitting questions early so that she knows what she's dealing with. I think she's looking I think she's looking for a way out at this point.
I thought she might be cratering the relationship.
Yeah. I think she's got one foot out the door.
But it is kind of funny.
It's ridiculous that it's happening at a gym.
Well, just also the juxtaposition between like we're here to be like sexy and like release stress.
Yeah. She's pulling a Bilal.
So have you thought about having children with me? Like, what would that be like?
Yeah. But his response, not great. Pretty much the worst possible response you could have. There's no leeway. He says, "This is not a discussion. If I ever have a child, my child will be Muslim like me. There is no give or take here in this situation."
But Ben, the kid could end up drinking and dating.
That could be horrible.
He could date.
Horrible.
But this is what's fucked up. He said that Eve had too much dating and would be a bad role model. Had too much freedom and would be a bad role model for the child.
Horrible thing to say.
You're saying that about the woman you're going to marry.
Yeah.
And she's going to see this.
Yeah.
So it's
fucked up.
You don't even respect the woman that you're going to marry.
Yeah. I feel bad for whatever kid he does end up having with whichever wife he ends up with. I feel bad for that child.
Damn.
I do, because parents shouldn't be doing that. Parents should not be cloning their children. They should be raising them. It's not their responsibility. It's not their responsibility to clone somebody. It's their responsibility to put a roof over their head and to feed them. You shouldn't be telling them what ideologies they should and shouldn't have. Lead by example, and maybe they'll follow. There you go.
It'd be cool if he could clone, though.
Yeah, it would be. Would we want a bunch of Mohammeds running around?
Theoretically, it'd be cool.
Hell yeah. Give me 3 Therans. I want 3.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Jabri and Miona. That episode was a big downer. So grandma's
I'm sick of Mahala's shit, okay? I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. I'm sick of her shit.
But grandma's over for dinner, so we gotta interrogate Miona.
It's fucked up.
But also, why does Jabri need his whole family
to do this?
Because
he's a wimp.
He's such a wimp.
He's a fucking wimp. He's a big old baby boy.
He's a baby. Yeah, Miona puts it best at the end of the conversation where she's like, if you have a problem, talk to me first before you talk to other people.
That's so fucked up. Yeah. You don't just fucking air out all the dirty laundry to the family before you come to me? Like, are we not partners here, Jabri?
And then
Huh?
it has to be like an intervention with your family and have them all attack me for you.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
And then also, they say that she's pressuring him to get married. She's just saying, if we don't get married, I'm leaving you. That's not pressure. That's just saying what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's pressure.
No, it really rubbed me the wrong way too, how Brian tried to take her words and use it against her when she said, "Oh, I'll leave you if we don't get married." And he's like, "I just don't see how you're really in a committed relationship, a loving relationship, if you're just willing to leave that person just like that." And it's like, you're being such an asshole, dude. Like, how about a little bit of context to the situation here? Like, Miona has dropped everything in her life to come out here with the acknowledgement that they would be getting married by the end of the 90 days. All of this was known ahead of time. They had no prior problems before living in your home where you started creating drama. And now you're essentially like gaslighting and being like, oh, all these problems that we helped create. Now all of a sudden you don't, you're saying you might leave Jabri if he doesn't want to get married because we manipulated him. No. Bad. Don't like it. Don't like it. Very gaslighty, very shitty behavior from
Not
from Jabri's
good.
parents.
Not good parenting. We do not approve.
Nope.
Of
And then
these
Jabri.
people.
Okay, you want to let's get a little insight into Jabri's mind since he's so easily manipulated.
What mind?
Exactly. Since he's so easily manipulated by Mahala and Brian, he talks about he starts calling Miona entitled millennial, acting like an entitled millennial. Now, what kind of millennial talks that way about millennials? I have yet to meet one until I've seen Jabri saying that, because millennials have to work twice as hard for what boomers ever worked for. Boomers got shit handed to them. They bought a house for like $500. Today we have to buy one for like 500,000. It's absurd that would have even come out of someone like his mouth. And it shows how much of the manipulation is coming down from his parents onto him.
Jabri is a jabron. That's what it is. And I'm over him, and I am over it. So, Miona, set your boundaries and fly away.
Agreed.
Leave Jabri.
Get out of the rat race. Yeah.
Leave Jabri in that rat race. Jabri, go drive a truck.
Yeah. Oh, I feel for Miona. I feel for her. Team Miona all day.
Stop matching with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't deserve to match with you anymore, Miona.
But we had another shocking scene. Kobe and Emily had a happy second scene in a row.
This is a miracle. This is amazing.
It was nuts. What is happening?
Can they go 3 for 3?
No, they cannot.
No, they can't.
They go to a Japanese steakhouse, and he really almost gives away the surprise. Luckily, she didn't fall for it, because I don't think he's ever surprised her before.
Yeah.
But I thought she was gonna have to chug the champagne, but she just takes out the ring with a chopstick. I would have chugged it.
You just thought she instinctively would have. She grabs the champagne and chugs it immediately.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what you do when you get champagne.
Yeah,
it's a chugging drink.
Yes, usually from the bottle.
And then she starts choking on it.
Yes.
It's a whole mess. Yeah.
I'm just glad that she thought that it was pretty instead of throwing it away.
Me too. It would have been funny if she didn't like it, but I'm really glad for Kobe's sake that she did. I am.
Yes. So that was very happy.
Sounds like
because
the
she
dad and
kept
the
the
sister
ring.
helped well.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like, this is actually pretty. You actually didn't do a bad job. This is actually okay.
It's
Wow.
not backhanded at all, is it?
No, she's this is actually cool. Wow. The steakhouse actually isn't shitty. Wow.
She has her baby. Wow, this is like actually a baby. It's actually a really cute baby. Great. The doctors actually delivered it. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Guillermo's brother dies. That's sad.
Oh God, that was awful.
Yeah.
But you know, I want to say too, his speech too, not speech, but like his conversation with Kara just about like being an immigrant and the experience of being an immigrant and sometimes not being able to go home in these really tough situations. That was really powerful. I really felt that, you know, a lot of people need to hear that, you know, that
Yes.
the immigrant experience is not easy in the United States. It's not.
No.
But I love Guillermo. He's a sweet guy. You know, I really like them.
Yes. He's a beautiful baby.
And we got to see Cheeky Mama.
It's all about Cheeky.
Cheeky Mama. She's so cute.
It's all about that.
That's right.
Back to Patrick and Thais. Patrick is like, he's upset that Thais didn't want to tell her dad that we're getting married. And then her answer is, yeah, don't tell him, okay? Don't tell him.
She just keeps going, my dad is jealous. He's just so
Jealous.
Jealous. She looks so uncomfortable like every time Patrick brings it up, but it's like a big deal. And she's just like, oh, can we not? I don't want to talk about it.
She just doesn't
right
want
now.
to tell him that her dad hates him. She just really doesn't want
I
that to come.
know.
It's so funny.
I know. I'll be honest, I understand the
Why
instinct.
the dad, the instinct to dislike Patrick? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Because I get it. I get why the dad probably doesn't like Patrick. I mean, who does?
I get that too.
John does. I mean, nobody else does.
But I get her method of lie until we get married and then apologize later. Because let's be honest, if she does tell the dad is going to say, no, come back home immediately right now. And that's obviously not what she wants. So once she gets married, then he can't be like, you have to come home or you have to get a divorce. At that point, he's probably going to be like, I have to live with this now. Now this is what's happened. So I kind of get it from her perspective.
I think he's going to be very upset no matter what.
Yeah, he seems like a very emotional guy, her dad. So I think he definitely is going to be upset either way. So I totally understand Thais's mindset here. The problem with all this is she should have told Patrick a long time ago.
Yeah,
she should have told Patrick.
And I think and Patrick doesn't know what her dad is really like.
Yeah. And then it makes it's insult to injury here because Patrick is like weirdly traditional too, with like, no, the father has to know that we're getting married. The father has to I want to call and get the father's blessing. Well, and she's like, blessing? What?
Yeah, I think that came up like randomly. I think he was like, we can do that. We can.
Yeah.
I think this might come back to like his like family issues.
Stuff. He wants to be close with family. Yeah.
Like, well, you have one, so let's do it.
I get it. Yeah. I get it from both sides.
Yeah.
I really do. But I don't think Patrick's going to win this one.
Yeah, at least he wasn't throwing money at her this time. So
oh, boy.
But then Patrick, for some reason, takes this for now. He's like, wait, is Thais just here for a free vacation if she won't tell her dad that we're getting married? I'm like, what?
That's the second time this has come up in like 2 episodes with like the whole money spending thing and stuff too, where he's feeling like she's just taking advantage of him. And I don't know where he keeps getting that from.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
He's being weird. Is John getting him his ear? I don't know. Maybe. He might be a bug in his ear.
Yeah, so Kobe and Emily, yeah, this is a great scene. So they only have 27 days left to marry. They're way farther ahead than Muhammad and Eve at 73. So
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
They're gonna do it.
why does Emily have to do the ring thing
Right here in this
in front of
happy
her
moment.
family? Why couldn't she wait till tomorrow? Why couldn't she
Yeah.
give the guy a good night?
Everybody's all smiles. We've never seen Kobe happier this entire season. And she's like, you know what? I'm Emily and I'm gonna do my thing.
I'm Emily and I suck. So
She has to get it off her chest.
you can't give him one good night.
First she has to get Coben off her chest, and then she has to get the secret off her chest. And then she can actually, move on with her life.
I love how the dad didn't know about it. He's always the last to know about things.
I know. And he's like, how much did this cost?
Yeah, I know.
Sitting in the corner, just stressed about the money.
Yeah, Kobe's like, this really raises eyebrows on trust issues. And it's like, yeah, but so has like everything about your relationship.
Yeah.
Well, so everything about your relationship has raised a lot of issues about everything.
Yeah. Emily's like, well, just go sleep it off in your big bed. It'll be okay.
Yeah, okay. Look, I was guilty, so I had to do this now in front of my whole family. The night that we got re-engaged,
admissions of guilt always have to be done in front of your entire family.
Yes, immediately, and couldn't be done tomorrow because I just felt so bad. And it's all about me always and what I want. Because I'm Emily. I love when she put on both rings. She's like, and now I have to put on both rings because I'm amazing.
She is something else.
I'm putting on both rings. I bet she slept with both of them on.
Yeah, easily. She wakes up and there's diamond scratches all over Kobe and Coben's face. Oops. Did my rings do that?
I wonder if she'll decide which that she'll keep. Like,
oh, it'd be both. So funny and heartbreaking if she doesn't keep Kobe's and returns it. Just never says anything.
Yes.
And then at the next big family dinner, I have something I need to get off my chest. We know, we can see the ring on your finger.
No. She's like, shut up. I feel guilty and it's about me.
Yeah.
Emily. You guys know my name is Emily? They're just silent. They're like, oh God.
Oh.
Happy Ethiopian New Year, Leandro.
Yay, good for you, Leandro.
The whole family is here.
I love that the one time we say Happy New Year on this podcast, you don't play the Happy New Year soundbite. We play it for everything. And the one time we actually bring up Happy New Year, you don't play it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Imogen Sky.
Imogen Sky again. Okay. Is there a Leandro on that website? We gotta find a Leandro. There it is. There it is. That's what I needed.
Yes. Yeah, everybody loves Leandro. The sister, Ariel's parents. I would hate this. Have you ever had Ethiopian food? It's really good. It's really good.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah. Oh. I like how Benny tried to choke Leandro with the food too.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Ariel was like, do a smaller bite. He's like, no. He can handle it. He can handle this. Can't you, buddy? You can handle this. Come here. Give me your fucking mouth.
I did like
how it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of respect. He's shoving the food all over his face.
All over his face. I like how when Leandro asks what the changes will be in their relationship, which is a really douchey fucking question.
Yeah.
Benny's like, Ariel should be more patient when I lie. Come on.
He is not. He's taken the wrong route with this argument. The route he should take is, I don't see why it's a big deal at all for me to be training with a woman. That should be the route of the argument. It seems like Ariel is projecting her own insecurities, and this is all hypocritical considering that her ex-husband is her best friend and sitting right next to us right now.
It's weird.
The gaslighting and deflecting is masterful here from Ariela's family. The fact that they are all harping on him, including the ex-husband, is harping on him on his special night, Ethiopian New Year. They're all harping on him for this while the ex-husband is there. So hypocritical. So hypocritical.
And then he's going to pick out the wedding dress. And Benny is like, what if he peeks on her while she's changing? And I'm like, I don't think he's going to do that. But the weird part is that the ex-husband is picking out the wedding dress
It's weird.
for his ex-wife to get
and he picked out her last dress too for the first time they got married.
And now he's picking out her to get remarried. What is this?
And then the mom is making jokes about how he's going to pick out the bra that she wears underneath. Like, Mom, come on.
What is this? Bizarro world? This makes sense.
They're all sitting there acting like it's normal. And Benny is like the only one who's like, am I fucking crazy? This is not normal.
He's like, is this just American culture?
And then he ends up saying, he was like, I don't think it is American culture. He does end up coming around on that. And he's like, that's not appropriate in my culture. And you know what? I don't think it's normal in this one either. You know, this is ridiculous.
It's weird.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Again, you want to be friendly with your ex, fine. But boundaries. Come on. It's ridiculous. That's weird.
It's weird.
And he's being critical of that. Leandro's being critical of the relationship. My God, man.
Like, yeah, we're all critical of it, but you don't get to talk about it. We do.
Yeah.
We do.
And Leandro's got the nerve to say, oh, you know, I don't think he likes having me around, but he's going to have to get used to it. And saying like, oh, there's a lot of problems in this relationship, being so critical. It's like, oh my God, dude, you know what you're doing. This guy knows what he's doing.
This guy's good reality TV.
This guy's a fucking master, and he knows what he's doing. This fucking piece of shit.
Reality TV.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's good TV. He's good.
He's a snake, and I don't like him. I don't like Leandro. I want Benny to get him in another chokehold.
None of these people should be in a relationship. Bilal and Shida, they're packing, and this is when Shida is like, let me talk to your lawyer because I want to have kids before 40 and I want in the contract. And Bilal is like, stop zippering the thing. Stop it. Your zippers are going to get zippered.
That was so annoying. The second I saw him looking at the bag, I knew he was going to do that shit too. Could you be careful with my zippers, please?
And then
his fucking fiance doesn't apparently know how to zip a bag. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No. And then he's like very patronizingly, he's like, well, that's weird because you're going from not being sure we were going to make it down the aisle to now wanting this. It's like, and
she's like, well, I could say the same thing about you. You're the one who started this whole thing.
Yeah. But then she's like, when they're in the airport, she's like, I'm not sure if Bilal is the man of my dreams anymore, but you know what I'm thinking about this.
Sure, Jan.
Sure. Okay. All right. All right, Shia. Okay. They're going to get married.
I feel like at this point, if she hasn't left him, it's not going to happen. And I think she should. I think she should have done it on night one, personally.
If you made it through the whole thing.
Sure, Jan.
Okay.
Yeah, like at this point, I'm like, okay, you have no pull here because you've already shown what you'll put up with, what the bullshit is that you'll put up with.
Yeah,
so,
if you made it through that whole
thing. She
thing.
should go home. She really should, but she's not going to. I don't think she's going to.
No way.
Yeah, it's a bummer because she should, but yeah.
Yes. Why didn't Patrick do the romantic Vegas wedding at the beautiful chapel?
I know. You know what though? I didn't like his the stripper comment really rubbed me the wrong way. Did not like that a lot. This is the type of place where a stripper gets married. Enough. Sex workers are people too, Patrick. Come on.
True.
Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Typical Patrick bullshit.
You tell him.
Oh. But yeah, Thais, it was really funny watching Thais try and sell him on the idea, and I think her idea of how to sell Patrick was to keep twirling and to wave her arms in the air and say, "Look at where we are. Look at the castle. There's a castle.
The
There's a
chapel is
pyramid."
beautiful. I just loved also reasoning. She's like, if you tell someone that the love of your life and you love them every day, why wouldn't you get married immediately?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get married on the spot? Are you a liar? You're a liar. If you're not going to marry me immediately, then you're a liar. Then I guess you don't love me. Wow.
It was so something that like a teenager would do. It was so
She got him.
immature, but so funny. Like, I could see why she wanted to rush it. I could see why she wanted to do it, but what a very half-baked plan that was. Not very good at all.
Because then she pleases both parties, right? Because then she
Yeah.
doesn't have to keep lying to her dad.
Yeah.
And then she get and
Yeah.
then she doesn't have to keep.
It's obvious, but what's funny
It's
is her
so
acting like that's not what she's doing. You
I
know,
know.
it's really hilarious. She's a great character. She really is.
Oh, the chapel. Ooh. This beautiful chapel. You can probably have a princess marry you inside. Or Barbara Streisand. Ooh. Or McGonagall from Harry Potter. Ooh.
No offense to the people who have gotten married in Vegas, and you know, to each his own. To each his own.
I think it's awesome.
But a guy like Patrick, who's a big family guy, he's going to be the last person who's going to want to do that.
No, I mean you have to. You both parties have to want to get married on the spot.
Yeah. It's so funny that she thought that could actually work.
Well, it's also just funny, Mark. It's just funny selling it as like, ooh, it's a beautiful chapel. Ooh.
Oh God, so funny. Oh yeah, this relationship is it's a little weird right now. It's pretty weird. Yeah.
Do you hear that they're making it so like it's like illegal for like Elvis impersonators to like exist in Vegas or whatever? They have to like license it now.
Why?
You have to like license it because the people that own the rights to Elvis are making it so the impersonators have to like license it at like the chapels and stuff.
Oh Jesus Christ!
They get one Baz Luhrmann movies and it goes to their heads.
It must be. What else could it be except for that?
They think that Baz is going to legitimize Elvis because he wasn't legitimate before.
I don't understand how you can take someone to court for doing an impression though. Like doesn't parody and impressionism, isn't that protected its own right legally?
I'm not
weird.
sure. Maybe because there's music involved.
Yeah, maybe.
And then there's money involved.
Could you go to like a kid's birthday party and not do music and just do the impression and go, you know?
Well, that you probably could because no one would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wife is asking what's their stance on Melvis Presley performers. Yeah, that is what I was curious. I wonder if you get away with Melvis Presley if there was enough of a differentiation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it
seems like a legal headache to me. I just don't see how they.
Well, it's like they're probably going after the most like legitimate of the chapels and stuff, like the most popular ones. They're being like, we're just making sure that Elvis is being represented in the best way possible. It's like Vegas has kept Elvis like relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, other shit has too, but like,
I don't think the Beatles have ever even done that, have they? I don't think they've ever tried that shit.
I don't know. They're not
There's
like
tons of Beatles cover bands all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It's just weird. They're like worried about Vegas and like he's just like huge. Like it's like a big thing in Vegas. Elvis impersonators. Like I don't know why they're like so up in arms about it.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
No more fat Elvis, only skinny Elvis.
Only, yeah, weird.
Only buff Elvis.
Only giant Elvis, no
Yes,
regular
no-
height
No
Elvis.
little Elvis.
Yeah, it's got to be 7 foot tall Elvis. That's the only one we like. Weird.
It's very strange.
You can only impersonate late Elvis, the chubbier, drug-addled Elvis that died on his toilet. You can only impersonate that part of Elvis, not the younger version.
No army Elvis, just drug-addled Elvis. Come on.
Hey, I'd see that show.
I would too.
That sounds like a good show.
That's the thing. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Come on.
Oh, this is a good app.
This is a good app.
Next week's looks good too. Looks good.
Yeah.
Excited.
And for the next 30 episodes this season, you know, because we have still 70 more days of Even Muhammad. So still to get only 2 weeks in for them.
You know, it's gonna be a whole season of Muhammad and Eve, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing bad is gonna happen to that
No.
relationship.
No,
Going
they're
forward.
gonna get so married.
They're gonna have so many Muslim kids. It's gonna be
Yep. Mhm.
and she's gonna be Muslim, and it's gonna be a happy ending for
Gonna
Muhammad.
convert. It's all everything's gonna go the way he wants.
Yep.
Yep. Well, Ben, it has been a treat.
It has. Thanks for joining us, folks. We will be back next week for
We
episode
will.
12.
Yes.
And be sure to subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/reality alert. We got a lot of fun stuff on there. Gonna have another episode dropping tomorrow of our Reality Rascals podcast. Again, that's exclusively for Patreon members. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/reality alert. Give us a subscribe, turn on notifications. Check us out on Instagram, Reality Alert Podcast, Twitter, Reality Alert _. Anything else, Max?
No, that was wonderful, Ben.
We just did a challenge recap too, folks. So, or not a recap, but a
cast assessment.
Yeah. So if you are a fan of the challenge, go check that out. That's going to be one of the new shows that we're covering this summer. Going to be fun.
And even if you're not a fan of the challenge, come check out the Challenge USA with us. It's going to be awesome. Come on.
It'll be awesome.
Get on board.
It'll be
Hop
fun.
on the bus.
That's right. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll go on this journey together.
Yes.
Me and the newbies.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Dun 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 dun.